Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent testified before the House Financial Services Committee because they, had to hold him and the Trump administration to account. And there are a few clips going viral from this, as you'll see, hostile testimony with Democratic congresspeople. First, Democrat from New York, Gregory Meeks, asked Bessent about who the last president was in 2024. Listen to his answer, which leaves the entire hearing room laughing. He then absolutely destroys Maxine Waters, who tries to trap him over, guess who? Our boy Big Balls with DOGE. And then finally, the most explosive exchange happened between Bessent and Democrat from Ohio, Joyce Beatty, who literally gets into a screaming match over the way Bessent answered her question. We'll start with what Bessent thinks of Biden. I'm Zach Costello.
Let me ask this question. Maybe missed it. Who was the president? And who has been the president since January 20th, 2025?
Donald J. Trump.
Okay. And who was the president in 2024?
One believes President Biden.
One believes? You one of those non-believers that the American people didn't vote?
I am not.
You're not? You said one believes?
Look at his face. Let's go. He knows. He knows. Master class in trolling right there. Meeks was shocked, and you heard the people in the hearing room laugh about it. Now, here is Maxine Waters trying to trap Bessent over DOGE employees and our boy Big Balls. Watch.
Mr. Secretary, did all the individuals working with DOGE who were given access to Treasuries and CFPB's computer databases receive all of the required clearances and security training before they were granted access?
Again, they were granted read-only access at Treasury. There were two.
So let me just say,
DOGE employees.
Please, you can't filibuster here. This is not the filibuster playground. And so what you did was you let these strangers into our Treasury with access to all of the data, all of the personnel information, and you just opened the door. Why'd you do that?
No, ma'am. They were Treasury employees.
Oh, are you saying today in front of this committee that all of them were Treasury employees, that the 25-year-old who's being identified, who worked for Elon Musk, was allowed into the Treasury? Was that person there?
He was a Treasury employee, as was Tom Krause, the senior person on the DOGE team. There were only two people.
There were DOGE employees also.
Sorry?
Do you know, were you aware that there were DOGE employees coming into our Treasury getting all of our personal information?
Well, ma'am, there is no such thing as a DOGE employee. There were Treasury employees.
I tend to disagree with you based on the information I had. Has any information been downloaded by anyone working with DOGE from any of Treasury's or CFPB's computers? Answer yes or no.
Not to my knowledge.
You better learn.
Gentlewoman yields back.
What DOGE is doing is very popular amongst the American people. Why do these Democrats, though it's not just them, as I'll show you in a second, continue to rail against what DOGE is doing? It is dismantling the machine that feeds them. However, and you need to be aware of this, Nick Sortor just dropped this breaking news that GOP leadership, GOP, quietly canceled the vote on DOGE cuts, which were supposed to happen this week. The Senate GOP called them out for it. USAID, NPR, PBS, all of these things that we have been talking about were set to be cut, but they canceled it quietly. Why? Guys, this is all talk about what DOGE is finding unless Congress actually does something about it. They have the power. They have the only power to change what we're spending this money on. And we have a Republican-controlled House and Senate. If this doesn't happen, what did we vote for? I do not like what I am seeing here. Finally, here is the most explosive clip. Bessent gets questioned on why putting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill hasn't happened yet. His answer causes Joyce Beatty to absolutely lose her mind. Watch this.
Let me go to my second. It's
Congresswoman,
my time.
I
Let
would
me go
say
to
that
my
the
second
Mexican
question.
cartels
The
do
clock
not
is running. It's
operate
my time.
LLC.
It is my time. You will not do this on my time. Now, I'm going to ask for a few more seconds since he refused to comply with my time, not his time. In 2016, former Secretary Jack Lew announced that Harriet Tubman was to be the new face of the $20 bill. Can you tell me what's the current status of this project?
No, ma'am, I can't, but my staff will get back to you.
No, I want you to get back to me. Because, see, there seems to be an issue when it comes to things that affect people of color or people who live in poverty, whether it is what you're doing with Social Security, what you are doing with restricting funds to programs.
The gentlewoman's
So
time is
I
expired.
want you,
The gentleman's
will
time
you
is
respond
expired.
to me?
The gentleman
Mr.
from
Chairman, I
Texas,
need
the
him to
gentlewoman's
answer
time-
if he will. I'm not
The
a staff
gentleman can
person.
submit
I'm not
questions
asking
for the
him
record.
to have his staff report to
The
me.
gentlewoman
So,
can
Mr.
submit-
Chairman, I'm addressing it to you to ask
gentlewoman's
him
time is
to
expired.
respect me. Mr. Chairman,
The gentlewoman's
I'm talking
time
to
has
you.
expired.
I need him to address
gentlewoman's
if he will
time
answer
has
me.
expired.
No, I'm not going to
The gentlewoman's
yield.
time
I'm
has
not
expired.
going to stop until you direct
gentlewoman's
him
time
to
has
answer to
expired.
me as a member of Congress.
The gentlewoman's
Mr.
time
Chairman,
has
point
expired.
of
The
order
gentlewoman
to
has
you.
offered that she can
Mr.
submit questions
Chairman,
for the
point
record.
of order to you. I will not stop. I will not be
The
silent.
gentlewoman is
until
not
you
offering
direct
an
him
appropriate
to answer.
parliamentary inquiry. Does the
Will
gentlewoman
you-
have a parliamentary
Yes,
inquiry?
I do.
Please state the parliamentary inquiry.
As a member of the United States Congress addressing the Secretary, I am asking you to rule on asking this hostile witness to direct his response to me versus having him tell me that his staff will respond to me. My staff person didn't ask them the question. I did.
The gentlewoman does not state a parliamentary inquiry.
Please state whether the question you are asking the secretary is relevant. She proceeds to state the question. Yeah, that's not relevant. I'm telling you guys, between the fact that we vote, that people actually vote these individuals into political leadership, that combined with the way that most people drive cars, I'm losing hope. I'm Zach Costello.